This is a camera lucida, and for the whole of the 19th century, it was the indispensable drawing aid for great masters and technical illustrators alike. And yet, it's virtually unknown today.
The camera lucida allows you to trace what you see. Technically, it superimposes a virtual image of your subject onto your paper, so you can see both your hand and your subject at the same time. This works for landscapes, figure drawing, even copying other images. It radically transforms how you see and how you draw.
So you may ask, where can I get one? Well, a portable camera lucida hasn't been manufactured in generations. An original camera lucida on eBay will run you $300 to $500. At that price, it's a collectible or an antique, not an everyday tool.
We decided to bring it back with authentic optics, lightweight portable construction, and at a price that even broke art students could afford. Hi, I'm Golan Levin. I teach new media art at Carnegie Mellon University.
And I'm Pablo Garcia. I teach contemporary practices at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. About 12 years ago, the artist David Hockney proposed the ideas in this book, Secret Knowledge, Rediscovering the Lost Techniques of the Old Masters. In it, Hockney presents compelling evidence that the old masters used various optical devices like the camera obscura, concave mirrors, and the camera lucida to help create their masterpieces. By the way, some people really hate this book. They want to believe that the old masters somehow had superhuman drawing abilities, and they think that Hockney is suggesting that the old masters were somehow cheating by using optical drawing aids.
But really, it's the opposite. We think it shows that the old masters were even more amazing because they made it their business to engage with the most cutting-edge technologies of their day, optics.
After first reading about Hockney's argument about 10 years ago, I bought an antique camera lucida and started drawing.
One day, I asked Pablo if he'd ever happened to have read Hockney's book. Pablo brought in his camera lucida for me to try, and it blew my mind. I used to draw a lot, but my drawing skills have become pretty rusty. With the camera lucida, I was suddenly able to draw a live subject with the precision of a camera. Perspective, foreshortening, it was so easy I was giddy. When I tried to purchase one for myself, it eventually cost me $350 on eBay. I suddenly understood why hardly any of my art students had ever even heard of one of these things. Pablo and I realized that we had to make this device cheaply available for everyone.
So we set about designing a camera lucida for today, the NeoLucida. We wanted to get three things right. First, optics. We use the exact same prism design as they did 100 years ago, which allows you to draw right side up.
Second, portability. This is not bulky studio equipment. It's small, foldable, and you can keep it in your bag. It weighs just 9 ounces, or about 1/4 of a kilo, and it's multi-purpose too. The neck ends in a standard 1/4-20 thread, so it can also double as an adjustable mount for your pocket camera.
And third, price. If you were an artist in 1880, an entry-level camera lucida would cost you at least 120 of today's dollars. This was fussy equipment too, with lots of hand-tooled parts. The NeoLucida is designed with modern off-the-shelf components and just a few custom manufactured pieces to replicate the precision of the classic design, but at a fraction of the price. In fact, the NeoLucida is the least expensive camera lucida of all time. This is your only chance to get a NeoLucida. Once we make this batch, we're done. After that, we'll open source our designs, CAD files, and manufacturing information.
We're doing this as a provocation, not as a business. We genuinely believe that using a camera lucida will profoundly change how people see, how they draw, and how they think about art.
But to produce the NeoLucida, and to keep costs as low as possible, we have to leverage today's mass production marketplaces. Our suppliers require minimum orders of 500 pieces for things like prisms and thumb nuts.
And that's where you come in. By supporting our project, you'll help us in our dream to transform the studio arts classroom, revive an amazing tool, and educate people around the world about the history of art and technology. One last thing. We're really interested in how the NeoLucida is used, and we want to involve you in our project. Each NeoLucida comes with an addressed prepaid postcard. Do a drawing, send it in the mail, and it'll go into an online archive and may end up in a book of your NeoLucida drawings.
Thanks.
Thanks.